in the 44. Pika in the 82 machine. Kirsten Oldfield, Lockie Comley, and Chloe Lawton in 24 to round them out. 12 laps out of our New Star Juniors will go. They're almost 3 wide immediately across the start finish line as Hinsey's trying to split the middle of your front row. They're 3 wide for the race lead through turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. It's going to be Jesse James Samuels on the big outside pass. He will take the race lead from Hinsey, who slots in a second, and Kai Leeson wants a nose in that one as well. So Tarandeti, an absolute nightmare of a start for your pole series, sitting back there in 3rd spot. So it's Samuels who leads from Hinsey. Then we go back to Jack Tarandeti, Kai Leeson, and Olivia Ferraro. Your top 5 are absolutely separated by nothing. So they head through turn 1 and 2 for the second time. There's a bit of contact between Tarandeti and Leeson, and Ferraro now finds herself sitting there in 4th spot. Then we go back to Luke Martin, Shatea Herbert, and Joshua Wardley, but you cannot take your eyes off this top 5 as Leeson's got dramas. In the 83 car, he's come to a slow crawl up on the top of the racetrack. He seems to have got the 83 car mobile, but he's lost an absolute stack of spots in the 83 car. But back at the front, Jesse James Samuels holding off an absolute freight train of young junior drivers as they head through Hawkins Corner. Hinsey right on the back bumper of the 31 car as they come out of turn number 4. And Ferraro, she's loved that outside pass all day. She goes for it again on the outside of Hinsey. There's contact between Hinsey and Samuels has unfortunately dropped back to what will be 4th spot now as Tarandeti moves through. And Ferraro has now found herself leading the race in car number 25 from Michaela Hinsey. As the inquiry flag's coming out, and I'll have to imagine it's going to the 64 car, and it is. So Michaela Hinsey with the inquiry flag, but it's Ferraro from Hinsey. Then we go back to Tarandeti and Samuels, who's now on a recovery mission in the 31 car. Herbert's found herself sitting up there in 5th spot as your leaders negotiate the lap traffic of Chloe Lawton. It's an absolute car park for Ferraro. She comes out of turn number 4. Jaden Pika in the 82 machine gets put 1 lap down as Hinsey continuing just to knock and push on the back bumper. And Jack Tarandeti is also coming into this one as well. So it's anyone's guess at this point here in the New Star feature. So Ferraro, now she's got some breathing space. So the battle is for 2nd and 3rd between Jack Tarandeti and Michaela Hinsey. Samuels, unfortunately, ever since the contact, just hasn't quite been the pace that he needs in the 31XL. Then Shatea Herbert finds herself sitting back there in 5th spot in the 44 car. There's only a handful of laps remaining, unfortunately for Kyle Leeson as well. A few mechanical dramas by the looks of things for the 83 shred. Flat right front. It is on the 83 car. So unfortunately for Leeson, he's driven fantastic all night, but for the features, we got ourselves a stoppage. And it's a red light, so I think that's the 44 car of Shatea Herbert's come to blows.
Did you roll over?
And she's just driven off. So Shatea Herbert's obviously gone for a little bit of a ride, but it hasn't affected her too much in the 44 car. She just started off and driven it back off the windrow.
How good is the crowd here as well here at Ellenbrook Speedway? Thanks for joining us. You've been an absolute ripper crowd here tonight. Shatea Herbert, she wanted to go back racing again.
She doesn't know what all the fuss is about in the 44 car. She doesn't know why the fire ute's there. She was happy to keep going.
She's landed on the wheels, let her keep going. No problem with that, but...
No, I'm not going to let her restart, mate. She's been on a route, and she needs to just take a spell. We don't know what the car's like.
Hinsey dropped back 2 spots on the restart, but it's anyone's guess really. The top 4 are inseparable here with 6 laps to go on the New Star Junior feature, and we're back underway, and Ferraro leaves them for dead on the restart, so she's got absolutely no challenge from Tarandeti as they head through turn number 1 and 2 for the first time. Samuels once again on a bit of a clawback mission in the 31XL, running about that mid-track distance where he's been running most of the night. It seems to be working for the youngster as he comes out of Hawkins Corner with 5 laps to go this time round for Olivia Ferraro. Tarandeti still sitting there in 2nd spot. We've got Jesse James Samuels on an absolute charge in the 31 car. Kai Leeson's still battling on with a deflated right front tyre on the 83 Charade. Hinsey sitting there in 4th spot. Luke Martin doing a fantastic job in the 144 Charade, sitting there in 5th. Then we've got Josh Wardley. Leeson now unfortunately coming under attack from Kirsten Oldfield, who goes right around the outside into turn number 3 and 4. So fantastic move from Oldfield as Leeson continues to nurse the wounded 83 Charade home with what will be 3 laps to go this time by for the number 25 car. She's absolutely checked out from Jake Tarandetti, who in turn is starting to check out from Samuels. So they're all finding their piece of real estate as I speak. Gets all out of shape on the exit of turn number 4. So Samuels is now in with another red hot shot with 3 laps to go in the new star feature. So from 2nd, 3rd and 4th, it's anyone's guess as Ferraro continues to gap the field. She comes up once again on lap traffic in the 24 car of Chloe Lawton and Lockie Comley as well in the 74 car. There's 2 laps to go this time by. Ferraro still continuing to build a gap. It's still anyone's guess for the minor placings at the moment between Tarandetti, Samuels and Hinsey. So down the back straight for the second to last time, and I think poor old Kai Leeson, he battled hard, but the 83 car is all out of noise, and he rolls off on the entry to turn number 3. So Leeson's race is all over, but there's 1 lap to go for Olivia Ferraro in the 25 car. And granted a mistake as Hinsey's now finds herself sitting in 3rd spot, so it's still anyone's guess for 2nd, 3rd and 4th, but I think she's going to do it. That car left the track in heat race number 1 on the back of a tow truck, and she's coming back with a vengeance out of turn number 4. Car number 25, Olivia Ferraro, victorious in the new star feature. Back then to Jack Tarandetti, Michaela Hinsey and Jesse James Samuels put on an awesome show for our 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So as I cross the line, Olivia Ferraro victorious by 3.8 seconds over Jack Tarandetti, Michaela Hinsey, Jesse James Samuels, Josh Wardley, Luke Martin, Kirsten Oldfield, Stephen Peaker, Chloe Lawton, Lockie Comley, Kai Leeson unfortunately going 9 of the 12 laps, Shatea Herbert completing 6, and Jamali Nunn Muhammad unfortunately not taking the green flag. But put your hands together for, ladies and gentlemen, car number 25, Vengeance Day for Olivia Ferraro on the back of a tow truck to victory lane. The number 25 car victorious in the New Stars, and what a thrilling race it was over the 12 laps. I hand you back to Morgan Melvin and Alan Smallwood for the final 3 races of what's been a huge night of racing here at Ellenbrook, and it's the limited sprint cars up next.